Jesus never existed. He's just a myth. A comment I see constantly. But here's what historians actually think. The overwhelming majority of scholars, including non-Christian historians, agree Jesus was a real person, not because of faith, but because of the evidence. First, the criterion of embarrassment. If you're inventing a Messiah, you don't make him from Nazareth, a tiny, nowhere village that nobody cared about. You'd pick Jerusalem or Bethlehem, or at least somewhere people have heard of. You also wouldn't invent the crucifixion. In the ancient world, crucifixion was the most shameful death possible, reserved for slaves and rebels. If you're creating a divine hero, you don't kill him off like a common criminal. And you definitely wouldn't invent Jesus crying out, "My God, why have you forsaken me?" on the cross. That's not how you write a triumphant savior. That's raw human despair. Then there's Paul's letters, written in just 50s CE, just 20 years after Jesus' death. Paul mentions meeting James, the brother of the Lord, and other people who personally knew Jesus. These aren't legends passed down for centuries. These are first-hand connections. The early Christians also had to constantly explain away embarrassing details instead of just editing them out. Why mention that Jesus' own family thought he was crazy? Why include Peter denying Jesus 3 times? If you're making it all up, you don't create these problems for yourself. Here's the thing. Mysticist theories require massive conspiracies and coordinated invention across multiple independent sources. The simpler explanation? There was a real Jewish preacher who got crucified, and his followers built a movement around his memory. Saying Jesus existed doesn't mean accepting any religious claims about him. It just means following the historical evidence where it leads, to a real person whose story got bigger in the telling. Now you know.